that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. My name is Doug Brunke. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Chamber. We've had a really fascinating conversation with Mohammad Omar over the last several months about the opportunities in Iraq. Particularly the last one we did, which talked about infrastructure and the amount of growth, including the housing shortage and the building of infrastructure, including the train system and roads, was stunning, in terms of the opportunity. And so, what we thought we would do today would be to continue that stunning momentum, if you will, and talk about another really big opportunity, and that is the energy market in Iraq. Mohammad Omar himself is a global advisor for Global Chamber covering Iraq. He's based in Turkey. He's very knowledgeable, not just about that region, but he's very deeply connected around the world as well. He has special information about the market in Iraq. He's from Kirkuk originally. Mohammed, thank you for joining us today. And as you pointed out in the preface before we started recording, you've got some perhaps very interesting, maybe stunning news to share today. So thank you. We look forward to that. We understand that you have a presentation, and then we'll take questions from the audience. Thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you, Doug, for giving me the opportunity for the third time to talk about Iraq. This is our third Globinar that we are doing, and hopefully we will let everybody is missing the Black Friday to have good opportunities here when it comes to energy sector and the opportunities in Iraq. So my name is Mohammad Omar. I am a global advisor for the Iraqi market in Global Chamber. I would love today to talk about the energy sector in the Iraqi market. So we start with this is our third, as I mentioned, and we are talking about the energy market. Let's remind from the first presentation that we had done, which is Iraq in numbers. Iraq's population is over 45 million, and imports is over 85 billion, exports 115 billion US dollars, trade balance is surplus 30 billion. So the economy is healthy if we have some, if we don't face any kind of problems or economic situations. So GDP per capita is 5,512 US dollars, the official number. And the average salary in Iraq is starts from 500 up to 2,000 and more. So this is Iraq in numbers when it comes to global trade and numbers. So let's kick it off with the population increase we had yesterday. Recently, I saw this statistics about the population increase in the Middle East. And as you see in this Middle East map, that Iraq for the next 25 years will increase in population around 25 million, 24.9, which is around a million each year. So we have a healthy growth when it comes to population. And because we're starting with the energy, the population needs energy. I wanted to show you this chart from back from 2003 till today. And here we see the growth of the demand for the energy in Iraq. So we see it's almost growing, but it's not as rapid as we wished in the first 10 years almost. We had some drops in 2014 and 15 because of the ISIS conflict. And after that, the demand for the growth was very rapid, and it is continuing this year. And the projection is, as you see, over 80 terawatt per hour for the demand of the energy. But we always had an energy problem in Iraq since 2003. So we have a demand at peak for 55 gigawatts, but the actual supply is almost half of the demand. Why is that? It comes with the growth, with healthy economy, with the demand from the population. So we had always a problem for the last 25 years with the energy. So how we solve it? Because we are also an energy uh, providing country, so 95% of our state revenue are from the oil. So we are independent on the oil incomes when it comes to the energy, but it's not enough to build the infrastructure to rebuild a large country like an Iraq. So this is some of the also numbers when it comes to our oil sector. The production of the oil, we have a 4.2 million barrels daily. We export 3.4 million barrels daily to the world, and our reserve is 145 billion verified reserve, proven reserve. So, as I heard many years earlier, that the last 2 barrels of oils will this earth produce, one of them will be from Kirkuk. So the country is on the sea of oil when it comes from the north part and the south. So this is one of the wow moment. I hope you will look at it. We have a gas paradox. As you know, when you are pulling the oil from the ground, you will naturally have natural gas. We have a problem since half a decade, over 50, 60 years that we had oil. We didn't invest enough in the natural gas, so we burn them. But at the same time, we need gas, so we import it from outside of Iraq. So this is very, how you say, our most painful subject that I have been suffering to explain to the world, that we have a gas, we are burning per year 17 billion cubic meter, but we need 10 billion cubic meter to run our generation for electricity. So, and how are we doing it? This is one of the typical oil fields in Iraq. So we burn them and we have a pollutions and also lose money and burn the energy that we are having, but at the same time importing gas from other countries. Now, the target, I just wanted to have this presentation to be a general, give an idea of how the energy fields are going in Iraq. We had when it comes to renewable energy, the target is 12 gigawatt of solar PV target by 2030. And one of the global companies are investing in this field, which is Total Energy, Masdar, Aqua Power, and also Power China. They are serious. So, Doug, we have energy. under the ground, we have the oil, and we have one of the hottest sun in the world. This year, the record of the sun heat was recorded in Basra, south of Iraq. So we are in between two very powerful energy sources, as you see. But the solar power started very recently, for the last few years, and this is also how suitable is Iraqi landscape for the solar panels. We have flat. Most of the country are flat area. It's suitable for the energy power, as you see some of the data points. That irradiance is 2000 kilowatt per square meter per year. Sun hours we have plus 3000 hours per year. Land availability, vast flat deserts, just built for collecting solar energy. So this is also one of the points that are very important and is growing very rapidly. May I ask you a question, Doug? What do you think this is in this picture?
What in the world is that? That is a convoluted, complicated wiring structure, isn't it? Oh my God.
Yes,
Amazing.
this is unfortunately some of the typical sites that you see when it comes to energy distribution. As
Amazing.
I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, that we have lack of energy. So, how the government have solved it? They started to distribute gasoline power generators in each neighborhood, a few streets, maybe hundreds, a couple of hundreds of homes will have their own generators. It will be providing power to the houses when it comes to national shutdown. So this ugly sight are all over the country. And thankfully, the north part of Iraq has finished this site. But the rest, the more than 85, 90% of the country still suffers from this site, because you will have, this is some kind of information, it's a neighborhood solution. When a national grid fails, muwallida, which means generator, kicks in. There are a huge numbers, provides a neighborhood level diesel generated with wires and individuals and for homes. This is a backup system. This is supposed to be a backup system, but unfortunately, when it comes to peaking hours or seasons, when it's summer, July and August, so it will be the primary source, because the governments couldn't handle the demand of the energy. So this is one of the interesting. Only in Iraq we have seen this situation. Now, who is investing in Iraq? I, as I mentioned for early presentations, that the energy sector, especially oil companies, are the leaders in the investment in Iraq when it comes to energy. The number one is Total Energy. Uh, and finally, Total is started to invest in gas growth integrated projects. BP in Kirkuk field development, Rumaila oil fields also. PetroChina is one of the investors also in this energy field. GE Vernova, which is Alfau combined cycle plants and grid stability. Lukoil is also in this field. Six is Crescent Petroleum, Diyala, operating in Diyala Basra fields. Masdar, the UAE company, are planning to build 1,000 megawatt utility for solar PV projects. Siemens Energy, United Energy Group, and Aqua Power from Saudi Arabia. So you don't need to be a global and large and billions of companies to invest in energy sector. As I try to show to you that it starts from the household, the demand for the energy. Now the trend is that people are trying to get rid of these generators and build mini solar powers to provide them with some power to have to make their homes function. So they import products are energy efficient and the price of the solar panels are going down. So it is every day we see more plants and more solar system started from the households up to ministry level and also the strategic governmental project. So also this is one of the. So what is the roadmap for the companies to start in Iraq? I try also to repeat that when it comes to Iraq, you have to be very careful and to have a legal foundation. No matter what the local says or the company says, it doesn't matter. We have connections. No, every company, especially when it's a large investment, needs to have some very solid legal foundation. And also, we prefer to have a partnership locally to provide you with the information, with the correct information to not be misleaded. Most of the problems in Iraq comes from miscommunication and misleading of the locals or some kind of consultant or so on. So legally, you need to have a very good foundation with that. So and also trying to participate in tenders and licensing and try to reach out for the government directly without having the middleman. So then you will have some kind of uh, authentication and you can also have solve any kind of problem that you are facing. Uh, Also, operational deployment. You need to have boots on the ground. Iraq functions very differently. It is very difficult to have a full operating company or services if you don't have obey the rules or be aware of the situation locally. So, also this is one of the advices that we are providing to the country, and also financial de-risking. You need to secure that you will get paid and not risk your investment. So this sentence I liked it so much. It is the biggest risk in Iraq is not security, but the payment securing your revenue stream is the final critical step. So it's nice to hear that we are out of the security problem that people didn't feel safe that if they are uh, living or traveling to Iraq. But now we don't have enough money to grow fast enough. So this is a good sign for me, I think. And I think this is my last slide. I wanted to make it a little bit a general idea, so we will discuss it if any have questions or any discussions. This is my name, and I will share the link of the presentation, uh, and I will try to stop sharing. But the problem is I don't know why I can't open my camera. This is the first time it's happening to me. Let's see if I can. No, why it's going this like this, I don't understand.
Hmm. I'm not sure either.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I also kept it short and give a general idea of the demand and supply and the improvement and try to make it have an idea for the energy sector in Iraq. So, if anybody has some questions, I will be more than happy to answer.
Sounds good. It sounds like you and Prob have already chatted a little bit about some of the opportunities, and he's involved with that as well.
Yeah,
Um, and so, Prob, I don't know if you're still there, but did you learn anything here today? And based on what you've been learning along the way from Mohammed, any surprises that you heard today? Prob, are you still there? And you may not be able to talk. Thank you for the chat earlier. Um, Mohammed, in terms of the activities going on now, could you tell us a little bit more about your engagements and what you're involved with so far in this segment?
actually, there is a couple of things that I want to mention. We mentioned that we have energy comes from above, and we have oil under the ground. The last time when Global Chamber had a semiconductor conference, I think was in US. I said I was interested and listened, and I said it was very far away from we have other problems. But the last time I participated in investment conference, do you know, not only above and under, the sand that we have in Iraq is a silicon-rich sand. So it is, they started to talk about the semiconductor production when it comes to investment, future investment for being less independent for the oil. So I think that this country, unfortunately, didn't have its place when it comes to global economy. Everything in this country can be invested and grow. But yeah, this is one subject I wanted to share it with you. What is going in my life? I arrived today from Baghdad. I was in a trip to the Ministry of Environment with the company that I'm representing now in Iraq. We are providing a digital transformation programs for the ministries. This is the second ministry that we have done a meeting with them. So we are very active when it comes to digitalizing the government institutions, ministries, and also private sector when it comes to digitalizing because we need to have some kind of control and data. The most problem that we are facing in Iraq, we have a lack of data. So we need to have some kind of smart city solutions also. So each ministry are very interested when it comes to digital transformation and infrastructure. As I mentioned, the last time we went with the Water Resources Ministry, and this time with the Environmental Ministry. And it took 3 days. I was in Baghdad and arrived this morning. So I'm sorry that I was very unprepared to connect with the camera because a few hours ago I was arrived from the airport. And yes, very busy for these 2 weeks, a couple of weeks. As you may noticed, maybe I'm not unfortunately able to participate as I used to be because when comes the notification, I will be on the way to a meeting or coming from a meeting. And yeah, this will continue to the end of this year. And I am in Ankara today. I will have some kind of meetings start to next week also. So everything looks great. I'm very happy, and hopefully we will finish this year very, very satisfied.
No, that sounds good. Does the geopolitics of the situation create challenges or opportunities that we should consider?
Uh,
Or
uh, ac-
are oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Yes, I am not sure if I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago we had an election in 11/11. The results are out, and some of the political parties a little bit less, and some of them a little bit more. So it's around the same thing. The same system will continue. Maybe some names will be changed, but the good thing, the last prime minister that we have, I am one of his supporters, so he done a lot of things in the last 3 years. We will hope if he continues, or we will have someone is better. But the good thing is that he showed us that in a few years, Iraq can jump from uh, one level to another. Now, the biggest problem in Baghdad we had faced was traffic. We have a lot of cars, not enough infrastructure. The bridges is not enough. So we need to have, as we mentioned in our last presentation, when it comes to infrastructure, we need to have some kind of metro system. We need to have public transportation. Baghdad is over 10 million in population, and also the growth is very rapid. Yeah, that's my thoughts about the geopolitics and situation. But I don't think that we will have any kind of problems. Hopefully, we will continue this way for the next 4 years.
Okay. Well, that's encouraging. So relative stability
Yeah.
politically. What about the geopolitics of Russia and India and Turkey and the U.S. and kind of how all of that is playing out? What are the impacts of the energy market in Iraq because of all of that?
Actually, I think when it comes to natural gas, as I mentioned, when we had oil, the gas handling the gas and pulling it out and investing was so much expensive and wasn't very important. But in the presentation, you noticed that some of the sources of the natural gas it started to affect the geopolitics. So maybe this is one of the reasons that we need to have Iraq stable and no involved in any kind of conflict in the Middle East. So yeah, it's because it's not a coincidence when it comes to clean energy and also depend the gas investments. It is important also to have uh, variation for the global supply for natural gas, especially in this region. You know that Turkey also a very large consumer of the natural gas and also the other countries around.
Very good. I'll ask probably another question, but I'll leave it open to anyone who's in the audience to ask a question as well. Either unmute yourself or raise your hand. Feel free to do that. Um, when you think about 2026, then, and we progress through, the next 12 months, how do you imagine the market will look a year from now in terms of Iraq on the energy side and maybe even overall?
My hope that we will have enough development at least to give the demand to finish the year of 2026 with how you say supply all the demand that we need. But one of the official of the Ministry of Electricity, by the way, we have an electricity ministry specialized in electricity, which is not very how I proved it not very successful till now. He said we are aiming for a target, for example, 30 gigawatt for the next year. When we reach it, the demand doubles. So when it comes to import of the air conditioning and also the infrastructure materials, the new buildings that are building, the new homes. For example, our office in Baghdad, it has over 10 air conditioning units. So, and people are very, how you say, um, not, how you say, efficiency aware. Just if they see electricity, they make all the machines work. So hopefully in the end of this year, we will have enough with electricity shutdowns, and we will get rid of the generators that we are now having. It's very inefficient, how we say, an efficient way to provide energy. Hopefully, solar systems will be one of the reasons to get rid of those generators. And also, we hope to have more investment, more not billion-dollar companies, SMEs or medium companies are interested to enter the market.
Sounds good. It sounds like really hot and exciting market. It sounds like there's continued progress toward expansion. And so you're going to be busy the next 12 months, aren't you?
Yes, yes, very busy, very, very busy.
Very good. Well, I
I
appreciate you taking the time today. Any last words that you'd like to leave with us,
thank
please?
thank you very much for this opportunity again. Maybe we can do it in the last one at the end of next month when it comes to healthcare and medical sector. We will discuss what is there if it's possible. So, thank you again for this opportunity, and hopefully, we will have more discussions. I hope to participate in more events for Global Chamber and update you when we have a good news.
You are you are amazing. Consistently great quality content. Love your integrity and how you show up regularly in such a highly professional way. Thank you for contributing today to this important
Thank,
information. For those of
thank,
you who are watching today here in person or online and on the YouTube channel, welcome to Global Chamber, welcome to Iraq, and welcome to the world of global business. When you think globally, you think bigger and you think in ways that are different than when you focus locally. And so we welcome you to be part of Global Chamber. We welcome you to be a participant and speaker on topics of interest for you, and also to be global and unstoppable, which happens when you think globally. Thanks, everybody, for attending today. Thank you,
uh,
those of you online. If you'd like to get in hold of Mohammed, either directly connect with him through his contact information that you see there, or please feel free to send an email to info@globalchamber.org. Info@globalchamber.org. Mohammed, did you have something to say?
no, thank you very much for the last time. I apologize. I couldn't manage work this camera this time, but this will be the first and last time. So hopefully we will continue. Thanks again, and I wish everybody a happy Black Friday.
Happy Black Friday. And a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Take care. Great weekend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sophie.
Thank you, Dog.